Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia. Welcome back to another Total War Troy preview video. Today we're featuring Menelaus, the king of Sparta. So Menelaus is the younger brother of Agamemnon, who we covered earlier today. And Menelaus is the main character that started this whole story because it is his wife, Helen, that was abducted or kidnapped or fell in love and eloped, depending on which side you're from, and ran off to Troy with Paris. So Menelaus, because he has lost his wife, went to his older brother, as well as many of the other Greek lords, and asked them to obey their oath, because there was an oath before he married Helen. There were many suitors of Helen, and Helen's father made every single suitor take an oath that whoever wins Helen's hand, the other suitors will respect that and also swear to protect that marriage. So because Menelaus ended up marrying Helen, he has this oath in his back pocket now that Helen has escaped or abducted in his mind to Troy with Prince Paris. So now all the other lords of Greece must honor their oath and help him reclaim his wife. And his older brother, being the cultural figurehead of the Achaean world, wants to take this opportunity to expand his influence, so he's more than willing to help you reclaim your wife by taking down Troy. And in the game here, our starting situation is normal, and we have a similar victory setting here. Homeric victory, which is the easier one. There's only 12 steps to his epic mission chain versus the 13 in Agamemnon, and the rest is quite similar except for this one right here. We have to capture Helen. And we want to hold two settlements in particular in terms of Troy and Kronos. There is no Mycena because we're not taking our brother's capital. That's not part of the requirement. And for the total victory, we do have to either have control of Mycena through either vassal or military alliance. So this means we just have to ally with our brother. Doesn't mean we have to destroy him. 100 settlements, sack, raids, or occupied. And also defeat our first antagonistic faction. For those of you who are wondering what that is, I don't want to repeat myself for all 8 faction previews, but basically it's the first faction that ends up declaring you as a rival in the game, and that's the faction you have to destroy. It'll play out a little differently every campaign, so depends on who declares as your antagonist or the first antagonist that you have. We'll be showcasing this on Legendary and Veteran difficulty. That's the highest they have in game. And let's talk about what makes Menelaus a special faction. First off, playing as him, you'd be playing as Sparta, and I'm sure that means quite a bit to a lot of you. And his special faction playstyle is Call to Arms and Spartan Colonies. First off, Call to Arms. Having a defensive or military ally allows you to recruit units from their roster. Call to Arm units can be recruited regardless of where your army is. Call to Arm units take more turns to be recruited. So let me give you a loose translation. If you have a defensive or military alliance with any faction on the map, it can be with Achaeans, it can be with Greeks, Ionians, even the Trojans. If you manage to secure alliance with any of them, whatever unit they have available to them in all their provinces. So units require buildings to unlock. So in this case, if they have the required building unlocked in any of their provinces, you suddenly can recruit those units in a form of global recruitment. You don't even need to be in a province with buildings to go for those units. You can be anywhere on the map, even not in friendly territory, which is actually quite powerful. The only con of this bonus here is that your units will take longer to be recruited. Typically, most units take 1 turn, some has longer turns depending on the rarity and quality, but in this case, we will take a lot longer to recruit these units. Well, I wouldn't say a lot longer, just slightly longer. So if you plan things out, you could potentially be building an empire that has no military structures, which will free up a lot of building slots for economic, developing your economy, or maybe go for temples, maybe go for more agent-focused playstyle. It opens up a lot of options and also make your unit variety quite wide, because you can recruit units from all sorts of factions depending on how diplomatic you are. So getting alliances is definitely the way to go here for Menelaus. You also have an ability called Spartan Colonies, it allows you to instantly colonize a raised settlement within your line of sight without sending an army. Settlement colonization costs resources. Far away raised settlements are more expensive to colonize. So this makes it quite interesting about how you want to approach attacking settlements in a sense. Or maybe your allies or your enemies are attacking settlements and they end up crushing it and raising the settlement. And now it's kind of this deserted colony that needs to be colonized, and you can just right click it and take over that empty land as long as you have a line of sight. And it'll cost you some resources, but it's a very efficient way to take over new territory. You don't even have to fight those battles yourself. So be on the lookout for raised territory to add to your land holdings. In terms of our army playstyle, he does have his own unique units and his own unique roster. It's not like we have to rely entirely on Call of Two Arms. This is just a special bonus. And being able to recruit these global recruitment everywhere is also going to mean you can do recruitment when you're in a pinch versus other factions when you're not at your home provinces. So looking at the units, Menelaus' roster combines devastating heavily armored infantry with effective slingers used for preemptive strikes. So we already checked out slingers. They have excellent range. They just don't have a lot of armor piercing damage. So they harass on the front. And then you have some devastating heavily armored infantry, and we can kind of take a look at these units. So here's a light spear runner, not exactly what we're talking about, but here's a heavy axe champion, heavy class charger, excellent armor piercing damage. And if we look at some of his bonuses, if I can get it to hover, there we go. Flanking attack improved damage, hide in forest, shoot well moved. He has some special ammo, probably just a little bit of, I'm guessing a little javelin on him or something like that. And then there's strong vigor. Basically, he is fatigue resistant. And then you have this heroic axe warrior, which is also heavy. And they have flanking defense improved. So they're better off when they get flanked. Not better off, but like they have reduced bonus effect on the attackers when he gets flanked. So he's a very sturdy unit. Shooting will move, and finally strong vigor. This light spear runner is two-handed melee. They have the option to switch weapons. I think they hold a shield and a spear. They can put the shield away for a two-handed spear, which will increase their attack and movement. And you have also flank defense improved, flank attack improved, stock, so they can remain hidden as they charge up, and then shoot while moved. They have 4 ammos. I'm guessing this is definitely javelins, considering they are light spear runner. And out of all the heroes, we cannot recruit any archers. We have access to defenders, fighters, and warlords, but no archer. Heroes. Glorious Menelaus, king of Sparta, was the younger sibling of Agamemnon of Mycenae, and husband to Helen. When Paris seduced his wife and fled with her to Troy, Menelaus joined his brother's alliance and crossed the Aegean Sea, consumed by revenge. Although his best days on the battlefields were already behind him at the start of the Trojan War, the mighty warrior still inspired awe and fear. He favored power over cunning in the manner of his peerless Spartan warriors, clad in heavy armor and wielding a great spear. According to the Iliad, he overpowered Paris himself in single combat, only to be denied his bloody vengeance when the goddess Aphrodite intervened in Trojan prince's favor. But the formidable commander was not without mercy. To him, violence was but a means to an end, and one he gladly set aside when a better path presented itself. Same parents as our dear old brother, but we get a little bit different bonuses. We get +2 motivation to all new hero recruits, and +4 to influence in the area he's in. So that's pretty much Menelaus in terms of faction summary. Let's take Helen back.
Hear me, spear-famed Menelaus. Brazen Prince Paris of Troy has dared to steal your wife.
Paris of Troy must pay!
Gold-rich Mycenae, ruled by your brother Agamemnon, will support your cause.
Troy thinks to slight me, but they will pay the price.
As well as exacting vengeance upon Troy, other matters demand your attention. open rebellion has devastated the region of Etis, where a pretender is trying to take power for himself. South of Etis, mighty Tyrins holds Kythera Island, blocking your access to the treasures of Crete, which are beyond imagination. Consolidate your power at home. Urge Helen's suitors to honor the oath of Tyndareus in your defense, and wage war on the perfidious Trojan princeling.
Alrighty, and this oath of Tyndareus is the oath I was talking about defending Helen's marriage, and Tyndareus should be Helen's father if my memory serves. And how do we play? Spartan colonies, the people of Sparta are known for their intrepidity and ingenuity. Thus, Menelaus can colonize a raised settlement instantly without having to send an army there. As a result, colonization of remote settlements is more expensive. Call to arms. Many are willing to honor the oath to support Helen's husband in case anything happens to his wife. Because of that, Menelaus can recruit units from rosters available to his defensive or military allies. And defensive military allies are just two tiers of alliances. Defensive alliances only applies when your ally faction gets attacked. They're the defensive side in a war. You join that war. If you are in a military ally, it doesn't matter how the war happened, you are part of that war. Defeat an army belonging to the following faction in battle: Spartan noble pretenders. We have some internal rebellion going on. The treacherous Spartan noble pretenders have advanced with their forces, which now threaten your land and livelihood of your people. March out with your army and defeat them in battle. 250 food, 80 bronze, pretty standard. So let's take a look at where we start. We're in Laconia. This area we have spent quite a bit of time in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, since Cassandra, the main character, or Alexio if you play the guy, comes from Sparta and was thrown off this mountain over here and had to run off to Catalonia. And here is the army of pretenders. We don't see much, but it seems like they have some range units. We only have 6 units in this army too. We'll take a look at the units later. We're not going to start with the battle. We have this entire province here. It's very big. You have 3 minor settlements, and as you can see, it's raised. It's in vision. We can colonize. It will cost 300 food, 500 food, 300 wood, and 100 stone, and the price will change depending on how far it is from you. Obviously, this is designed this way so that we can use our abilities here, which we will. And then Kythera is a small island off the coast, and this is owned by our enemy, the Tyrins, which is the same enemy that our brother Agamemnon has to deal with in the early periods of his campaign as well, which we featured this earlier today. So we do own Sparta, and we own, just Sparta. This is the province name, Lacedaemonian. I know Laconia is the area here. I don't know the pronunciation exactly. But Sparta is the capital, and we have some Laconian militia, so that's referring to the region, of course, and light spear runner, which is our faction unique unit. These are light class shielded swift foot, so 48 speed, that's considered swift foot. Also kind of fatigue resistant. Okay, light spear runners also swift footed, so I guess it has to do, well, these guys are really fast. 55. That is really fast. Okay, they're the weapon switchers that can also remain hidden in terrain. Pretty useful, to be honest. Laconian Axemen, 2-handed axe infantry, medium class charger, high armor piercing damage. Also strong vigor. So it seems like we have to maneuver our troop quite a bit to gain the most advantage. And lastly, we have a Chian Slinger. That's our only range unit. It says excellent supply, low morale, low armor piercing damage, but not bad. 21, yeah, it is quite low in terms of damage count. Slingers don't do much. I think they're just there to harass. Expendable. Great. Our range unit is expendable. We are epic hero. Let's start by looking at ourselves. We have our stats here. We have our ability, which is the War God's Call. 45-second duration, affects the enemy and all enemy in range of who we use it on. 30 meters is the range. It cannot be used on enemy hero, and it has to be used... Oh, the range of this ability target is 30 meters, but the effect is only 1 meter range. So I guess it's a very targeted ability. Whoever you select is the one you affect. Force the target to attack the taunter. So it's a taunt. So basically challenge the unit to come attack us. That seems to be the design here. We have 2.5% to hit point, 20% to rage. These are very standard. 10% to battle speed. A lot of this is from our traits and lineage. So being an epic hero gives a lot of those bonuses. And then Homeric characters are ones who cannot die. We can only get wounded. Similar to infinite resiliency. Lineage, similar to what we saw earlier when we did the campaign selection, +2 motivation to new heroes. And the trait we got at the beginning here is Adventurer. I think it's preset. You don't get new ones. This is just what Menelaus comes with. You can get more traits as the game goes on. And this gives you +5% campaign movement range, -20% attrition, and +10 battle speed of heroes. Not bad. So I guess maneuvering is kind of our thing. Campaign effects, we have extra morale, -2 turns of recovery time of heroes when wounded, blessed leader ability, quite nice. So if our heroes get knocked out, they can recover faster. And that's pretty much it in terms of these details. We have our skill tree. We'll probably not spend too much time looking at it. We'll probably let you guys explore this yourself, and also when we actually end up playing a campaign. It also seems like we can get a chariot. All the yellow ones are stats boost to ourselves, and red ones is to the battle, green ones to the unit, and the blue ones are to campaign map. We start out with our unique shield, which gives +10% morale to all our units, and then a belt, which gives us 7% morale to units. So a lot of morale boosts, and this is the one that gives the blessed leader ability to reduce the recovery time of heroes. Seems like we're supposed to play this defensive taunter who takes a lot of damage and maybe get knocked out and comes back to battle quickly. But I'm not sure if that's the intended playstyle, but it seems to synergize quite well. Sparta. It's only level 2. Let's check out some of our unique buildings and maybe special buildings. So we see that we have Menelaus Swarm Fighters. This gives +5 recruiting rank in this for faction elite units in this province. +2 armor piercing damage for all light spear runners, which is a faction unique unit. I don't think they're elite though. Renowned Laconian Axemen, those are elite. And then -2% upkeep cost for light spear runner and renowned Laconian Axemen. So boosting our faction unique units. And that's kind of what we should focus on in my opinion, right? Because if we want to go for any sort of buildings here, we should probably build stuff like this. We want to go for our faction unique unit, this one in particular. Seems like it's a level 3 building, which means we can probably build this in one of our minor settlements even. Yeah, these are all things you could consider, like whether you want to actually invest a lot in your units, because you can actually recruit from global. Altar of Iki, Zeus favored, nice. Happiness in province, -1 recruiting time for all unit recruited through call to arm, wonderful. Unlocks foreign encampment building chain. Okay, so there's a unique building chain that requires some sort of unlock. Ah, this one. The other special one. +1 recruiting rank for all envoys in this province. So that's one of our agents. -10% recruitment cost of foreign units. So that's using our special ability. And +1 to local recruitment capacity unlocks the Altar of Diki. Wait, they unlock each other? Oh, so I guess the level 1's all available, but then you got to build like a pair to get the rest of the chain. Oh, locks. I can't read. I'm so sorry. So you can only pick one path. I see. So these are mutually exclusive. Okay. Administrative buildings are the same for all factions. The only thing that changes is these two, depending on what you have as you know, your production. But I think it's lumber and food. Maybe it's lumber and food all the time. We got the growth building already built, because I don't think we're actually focused on lumber food. Look, we have stone, and I haven't checked these, but I don't think they're lumber and food, and we don't have any stone buildings here, so maybe it's always lumber and food as what we can boost in the settlement, which might make sense because the settlement themselves produce resources, I believe. Produce growth. Okay. So I don't know. Maybe it's always lumber and food. A lot of things to get used to. New game. Let's exit this for now. So let's see. This resource is food. Don't tell me Kythera's wood. See, now I'm confused. See, that still match our theory of food and wood being what's available in the administrative building, but we don't have any stone warehouse. Maybe there's no such thing as stone warehouse. But a clear thing is that our settlements are lower tier than what our brothers start out with, so there seems to be a lot to build. I do want to try this. It is room for experimentation here. If we look at the garrison detail, we don't have any right now, but hopefully, because we have a level 0, so we should probably build this too. 600 wood. We can trade for some before you fight. I mean, wood just seems like a very important resource. We would love to get some defensive alliances, even actual alliances, but defensive is fine. That way we don't get in too many weird wars.
It would please me to speak with you.
Yeah, I mean, we're very happy to speak with you too. You don't have any wood, but you have tons of bronze. Very interesting. Okay, I don't need to trade regions. Give us some of your bronze then. Okay, is he? Yeah, he's not that lenient with his bronze. That's still quite a bit of bronze. 60? I don't think it allows us for 61. So that's 300. Let's check for more turns. I'm sure if you play around with these numbers, like 300 divided by 9 is what, 33, 34-ish? 33 is good. So we're what, 3 short here? This is what? This is 150 divided by 4, 40, 30, 37, 38-ish. What if we give him like a food? There we go. We give him 1 food and he gives us 38 copper. So this will end up giving us 4 extra compared to what we had earlier. But we have to give away 8 food. So you can compare things. But let's say we take this deal. I feel it's a pretty good deal. We get some bronze because we don't have any bronze production in any of our territories. So let's agree.
We are in accord.
We didn't get any wood because he just doesn't have any wood. We can also upgrade the alliance to military one, but we're not interested in that. Now let's see what we can recruit. We didn't really see a before after, but we don't need to because the recruitment will be appearing in a separate call to arms section, which has a lot of units. Because I'm assuming we have more than 1. We can check here. Right, we also have a defensive alliance with our brother. So this way, as you can see, it takes 2 turns. It's not that much longer, 1 extra turn, and you have access to units that you don't have the buildings for. So if you do have the building for, don't go for this. It's much more expensive. Look at the food recruitment costs comparison. It's almost double. So this is nice, but it allows you to build up your economy and not go for military buildings, but at the same time, you're going to have to spend that economy on the units for the recruitment, and it's going to cost you a little bit of time. But I still think this is very exploitable. I think there's mechanics to reduce call to arm pricing, there's mechanics to get more recruitment slot, and you can recruit these globally, anywhere, you don't have to be in the certain province. So that's clearly an advantage. But early on, when we're in a province, it's we no need to go crazy there. So we have 90 from Royal Decree. Okay, so it seems like we have the bronze one unlocked. I might get the gold one first because gold is quite valuable in the game. We just won't be able to build this turn unless we are able to negotiate some sort of wood deal. Okay, Achilles, let's talk.
We could talk? Yes.
Yeah?
Why not?
Yeah, you have a bunch of wood. 500? No, 520. Oh, that's perfect. There we go. We'll take that deal in a heartbeat.
At what?
And let's see. We could do a lot more deals. As you can see, there's others. But I want this to be leveled up so that at least we have a garrison. It'll just take one turn. It'd be a shame if we colonized it and they just went back there and took it. Well, we are destroying them right away. Assuming we'll win. Another big assumption. Oh, so this is really skewed in our favor. What do they have? What do we have? Why is it so advanced? Like, I don't feel like our units are that strong. I guess this guy is strong. Light spear runners. They have a very typical force. Okay, let's try it. Alright, we actually got a weather here, fog. Let's try it. So, we do have a range unit, but it's fine. They have 2 range units. We have 1. Well, this guy has a really nice icon here. Makes him look so fancy. I think it's because he's spear and shield, and that logo is just representing his shield, and you can switch weapons. And I think the weapon switching is here. Yep, you can switch your weapons. Now he's two-handed. Wait, is he? Yeah, now he's two-handed spear, and then pull the shield down. Now he's. Yeah, wear the shield on the back. They charge faster. Alright, enough fun with them. What should we do? I don't know where the enemy are. I guess we'll just stay together. It is foggy. Let's try to find some patch of land here. Are we all light infantry? I think we are. This one's not. This one's a medium. But they can hide in forest. So they can come here. We can use our taunt ability and see if that works out. How much rage does this cost? Does it cost no rage? Okay, just cooldown, no rage cost. Nice. These are poor morale lighted. I don't know what the most efficient way to use these are. Over here, these are definitely flanking, I'm assuming. They're just super fast. And this is gonna be like our hard hitter. Yeah, it feels like we're just highly mobile. That's kind of our playstyle. Alright, we have bonus against swordmen, so we kind of want to engage them. Axe has bonus against, oh, just armor piercing. Okay. They're still hidden.
Moving up. On the move.
We need to first get into the forest and then probably route them like this. They stay hidden. They're gonna hide in the tall grass. These guys will come exchange shots.
Without question. Of course.
We can try to taunt him. I think ideally we... Oh, they can see them. We're not hidden. Spearman... Alright. I don't really want to engage the spearman. Alright, we got our attack going.
Your hero is under attack.
Oh, we force him? Did we force him? Wait, am I doing it right? Oh, we're trying to get into range. Alright, back off. One of each on the range. They have damage buff. Alright, we pulled them away. We're gonna go flank them now. They turn around. We charge. Alright, so that's the taunt. This is the dueling. Once the generals get into fighting, people just surround them in a circle. It's not actually like you press a button and you duel. Alright, we routed them. Come help, come help. Yeah, we're fine. Let's go harass that. We're not doing so hot, but given that we have our cooldown reduced for when we rout or get wounded, we should be okay. I'm gonna just let him taunt it up and absorb them. These axes are getting flanked on two sides. It's not the greatest situation for them, but
Your warriors are losing heart.
basically we have to kill these spearmen. And I think we win. This is pretty easy. Alright, a few of them rally back.
Trained and ready. Sons of Achaea. Menelaus.
I wish they could give us this, but the gods need to
This is it.
bless us, and that's not always gonna happen. Alright, finish them off. Continue to hit them. Just militia on militia action.
Ready to serve.
Like they're both Spartans.
Volley will end you.
We got the pretenders.
Rallying.
Awaiting orders.
We won. They were all routed.
This isn't over. The men are
There we go. Not very clean. These guys definitely took a beating, but we'll take it. Close victory. Alrighty. He has a very small shield. Oh, just poked him once. I guess the amount of damage you do to him graphically depends on what type of victory you have. We will be taking replenishment for sure, I think.
hard work pays off.
Alright, defeated that. Muster some more troops, 12 units total. Got ourselves a close victory. And the general was killed. And the faction was destroyed. Very nice.
Menelaus of Sparta.
We did level up. Let's see. We have Dread of Ares, 25 seconds enemy. Lose morale, lose stamina. That doesn't sound bad. Over here, also lose missile resistant. Over here, lose melee attack, 25%. So they can't hit us, basically. That's a hit chance. Over here, assault and battery, self 5 per second. Rage cost 5. Oh, so we have to pay 5 per second to use this. 60% armor piercing damage? Wow. Okay, that sounds pretty crazy. Reduce cost? Or increase to 100%. Well, you reduce the cost by, this is 60%, right? So you can sustain this for, you know, if you could have sustained it for 10 seconds, now you can sustain it for, or actually 2 per second. Yeah, if you could sustain it for 10 seconds before, which was 50 costs of rage, now you can sustain for 25 seconds. So you're going to end up doing more damage unless you think you can kill them really fast. I mean, I'm favoring this side. I guess we could target, it'd be debuffer, but like I want to make him a little bit stronger. I don't know if there's potential for that, but it feels like there is. Heavy weapons, 30% to armor piercing damage. So it seems like a lot of stuff buffs his armor piercing damage, and we can see the effects. Right, this would directly affect his stats, but this will also if we activate it. I'm gonna take that and then go for that afterward. We're gonna try to make Menelaus, even though he's a little bit older, he can still be very strong. We didn't get anything here. And who is gonna be our early game enemy? Can we? Oh, we have a lot of. Wait, do we have the colonies here? Ah, we have empty colonies that we can colonize if we want. Well, that is very powerful. We don't have enough wood, but as you can see, this is quite an interesting mechanic. That's our early game enemy. Okay, just a garrison right now. Well, we're gonna walk down here,
On my way.
sail from Etis, first recruit a few units. We'll just use local recruitment for this.
Victory.
What did I like? We don't have a front line technically. These are really cheap, 230 to recruit, but they are very expensive upkeep relative to their cost. Right, these are not that strong. They died quite easily. 45 armor. But honestly, they have pretty good armor. Maybe more range. Maybe we'll go with like... Oh, you know what? I bet we can do something like this. If we had like food, we can recruit 6 units at one time if we wanted to. Yeah, I'm gonna add a few more slingers. I think we might want to try running some range. They don't do a lot of damage, but with numbers, you never know. Alright, we don't have a lot of wood left. We don't have a lot of resource left in general. We had to colonize and also upgrade this. What can we build here? We can build our special buildings here. No need. I usually like these, but we don't have that option here. I haven't found our faction unique unit yet. Oh, this is one of them, isn't it? Renowned Laconian Axeman?
We did well.
I'm not sure, but it feels like we don't need to build any of these higher tier ones. Axe Champion? Yeah, this might be the only chain that we're interested in. Like, we can play Go here and we'll be fine. Yeah, I think I'm going to depend more on global recruitment going forward. We have our decrees. There's a bunch of deals we could make, but for the sake of this preview, we're not going to make them. Let's just continue here. Alrighty, and they want us to issue a decree. No problem. And want us to control one province, which means we have to take Kythera, which we will. They don't have a general.
They are under our protection.
We're going to recruit here.
Undaunted.
I want a little bit of frontline unit. And then maybe there's another fast movement. That should be good enough. Our food can hold on, and the rest is just about constructions here. Let's restore the port. That's going to use up all our wood, which is fine. Colonizing is one aspect, and building it up is another. Yeah, but we can claim some of these island chains, especially if we want wood. This is actually quite tempting. It's just far, which is going to mean it costs more. We can afford it next turn if we want it. It will give us more wood back. Naxos. It's the pirate island in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Paros. This is like a pair of islands. Paros and Naxos. I think Paros has marble. Does Paros actually produce stone? Let's see if the two game research match. Now, how can I check this? I can't. Naxos. That's the capital. Paros should be the island next to it. But we can't tell what it actually produces. Or can we? I don't think we can. Does it have a... No, it's not gonna let me know. Well, things to find out in the future. I think we're good. We can just continue. We have our army building and we'll sell for Kythera very soon. Muster the troop. Lay the foundation, build any building. Upgrade any settlement building. No problem.
I'll not falter. Foes beware.
Alright, we can attack it next turn. Alright, we are stacking surplus population. Hopefully we can get this in 4 turns. But before that, I think I do want this. I like spies quite a bit. Actually, envoys are quite good as well, boosting like local production, but we need the happiness too, since we're playing on legendary here. More food or more stone? We don't need more. We need more wood at this point. We have plenty of food, and we can probably use some of that to pray to the gods. We haven't really done this. I think we have a lot of slingers here, so this would make a lot of sense. We probably should have done this before we recruited, but let's pray to Hera here. And as you can see, we have a 5-turn cooldown, but now we are respected and we get 20% damage to our slingers, which is great. Alright, let's go to next turn. Alright, so before we launch the attack, I just want to see if the decay, yeah, it's 10 points a turn. So that is going to bring us back to 20 very soon. So we can only have this benefit for 2 turns, so delaying that summoning is actually good because we have the attack here.
Menelaus of the loud war cry.
Now fortunately we don't need to actually attack because this is just way too skewed. Save us a little time. And Hera here is blessing us in battle because we are respected. So our slingers get extra damage, and maybe we can trigger our Aristatia a little bit easier with a god's blessing. Encircle, wait out, break siege, auto resolve. Yes, that's what we're looking for. Ooh, there we go. Got some experience, food, gold. Oh, that's nice. And we can sack, raise, loot, occupy, or just occupy. I think we'll just occupy. Getting some small amount of food isn't really worth the instability and the conquest penalty. There's happiness, and this one is... I think this is happiness as well, yeah. We do get unit replenishment, but I don't think we lost that many, so we'll just occupy.
You holding for Sparta.
And not only did we win here, we got an item. We gained a weapon finally. Light bronze tip javelin. Plus 10% range to javelin unit in the hero's army. Obviously you can give this to another hero if we recruit one and maybe focus more on javelin units. We have secured our province. Lacedaemon? I will work with someone on the pronunciation. We'll get them right eventually. We do have a couple of Greek friends here on the channel who can definitely help me out there. I don't think we need much growth beyond what's this providing us, because we are going to hit this pretty quick. Probably quicker than we can actually afford to expand. Our stone is not growing very fast, as you can see. They have a duplicate building, so this warning here tells us we have the same building twice, which means we should demolish it. I'm going to demolish it here because we do want to build a few resource buildings at a resource, you know, intensive minor settlements. I wonder if... Okay, I'm going to check. I wonder if we get the... Okay, so I guess we don't get stone warehouse. It's just always lumber and food, maybe? Who knows? We can't afford to build much, and we're probably not going to. I kind of want to spend the resource on colonizing. It seems very fun to colonize here. And we can finally afford this. Ah, Paros is food producing, so it's not stone producing. Manoa is stone producing. We can see kind of all the neighbors here because we're part of the same province. It will cost us more wood to build it up, but it will give us another source of wood very soon, which would be great. Help us build out early on. And this has 2 counties as well. Who owns this? Akis. Okay. Not much wood. This one's closer. But yeah, as you can see, we can expand quite rapidly as Spartans.
I will not give up.
We can't... Yeah, we don't have any javelins, so that weapon isn't really going to help us. But I could take more slingers now that we're going after Hera. We're waiting for this to upgrade so that we can have more slots. 2 more slots, I believe, at level 3. This is getting demolished. We have plenty of food. We probably need more stone. We could sack happiness because it's not like we're happy right now, but it's not giving us flat boost. We need this. We need more wood, basically. Wood is key. Wood is very key. Alright, so we can't do much this turn. I feel like we can try to leave. We just captured it, so we don't have movement. You can see the movement here. I'm gonna get more slingers. I feel like with Hera, maybe just 6 though. 7. I mean, it's not a big difference, but I'll take another one of these guys. Cavalry. Okay, so they recruited one. So if they didn't recruit one, there's actually a slot. We can actually recruit one of these, get ourselves a centaur because we're in a defensive ally with Pylos. That sounds amazing, actually. We can get javelins from our brother. It just costs us a lot of food. But we do have options. Maybe we afford a few of these. Maybe just one, because that's how much we can afford. Yeah, a little bit too pricey for flat recruitment right now. Alright, we're happy with this. Who is our next foe? We're allied with them. We can go to our brother's territory, but I don't see a point. Are they friendly?
This should be a good discussion.
Yes, they are. Arcadians. Let's just sign a non-aggression pact. Let's throw in a deal. You guys have a lot of stone, it seems, and we're gonna need stone in the future, so... it's not a flat jump. 28, 29. We'll also give you a food. He doesn't want food. It's negative. Okay, 28, and we'll get some wood back from you, perhaps. 1 wood. 5, 28, 140. I'm gonna play around with numbers. What if we get 15, 150? Nope. 17, 153. Too much. 16, 49, 54, 144. 144. Not bad compared to 140 here, I believe. No, it's 28. Yeah. Yeah, so you can play around with the multiples. We'll take that. Squeeze in a food? Nope. That's pretty much max. Obviously, there's some time value of money that's going on. You're getting your stones a bit later, but I'm happy to get out 4 extra stones by the end of this deal. And I still don't like how you have to exit the diplomacy menu. Maybe there's a way around it. Maybe I'm just being dumb right now, but if we discover one. Ooh, Crete. Okay. We could head south, because it did mention the wealth of Crete down here. But right now, it seems like we have a pretty positive relationship. I want to kind of see the land. Alright, this is the island.
We may as well speak now.
Neutral. Okay. We could come here. Gold. Ooh, okay. The wealth is immense. Minotaur. Also, our emblem is the bull, so makes sense. No deals with them. Guess we can set sail after next turn. Let's continue here. We have controlled 1 province. I forgot to set commandments. Construct buildings. Right, now it's reminding me to set a commandant. Get 20 units. We'll do that before we set sail. Our brother has killed off the other city. We have cleaned them from the world. Right, commandants. What do we want? Decrease cost to all buildings. Minus recruitment cost. Happiness. 10 growth. This might be the best thing for us because we have very bad happiness right now. Yeah, let's do that. And we're gonna get more happiness here. And I know for Divine Will, if we get Aphrodite's to the first tier, we get 200% effective of organized game, which is our commandment we're using. So it'll be 6 happiness and 30 growth, I believe. And we also get diplomatic relationships. So maybe once this cooldown comes out, we abandon Hera and go for Aphrodite. And that means we shouldn't recruit any more slingers. Right now it's a good amount. Let's see. Should we splurge on global recruitment because we do have the food now? Shielded Spearman. Another interesting unit that our brother's building up. I want Javelin. Oh, Young Spears, also very nice. I want these. We can afford 2. Happy with 2. We need 3 more slots. Let's recruit from here. I'm gonna give these guys a chance, and then we'll just go with numbers here, and that will fill us up. Alright, we're out of food, but we do have wood, so we could construct. So all these can be upgraded because we do have 1 population surplus, but I kind of want to get more slots here first. So we're going to save that population surplus for 2 more turns. Meanwhile, let's get ourselves some more wood. Plus 4 ammo for all units recruited here. So wood does have some archery bonuses. Yeah, we're going to go for just the regular one. High influence for sure. That's going to kick in. And we also have to pay attention to our colonized land. No point to colonize it if we can't build it up. Oh, we're short by a little bit. I think we cancel then. Because no point to colonize this if we don't even give it a simple level here. Alright, that's it. We set sail next turn. Alright, we upgraded settlement building, we also have commandment, and we also maxed our size. Hera is no longer looking at us, so sad. Maintain control of 2 provinces. We can do it. Firm but fair picked up a new trait, and this one has tiers. Spend multiple turns someone with low happiness. Plus 1 happiness. Okay, so we can fix happiness now. Fairly useful in legendary difficulty, I believe. 1 more turn for them, but I think we can't move when we still on recruitment. Okay. Then we just have to wait for those global recruitments. Meanwhile, hold on, back to this colony we have out here. Port gives us food. We don't need that much more food. We need wood. Alright, I'm gonna build that up first. Alright, let's continue. And Ajax from Salamis. So this is the great Ajax the Great, the Greater. And we are not giving him free resources. Alright, now we max this out. Time to set sail.
I remain undaunted.
I guess we want to stay near shallow water, because if we enter in deep water, as you can see from the symbols, we want to march then. Full speed. I think you suffer attrition, but in shallow waters you should be fine. Alright, we'll get there next turn. We'll declare war when we get there. We'll try to get more wood, because wood is everything in the early game, and we do have 2 surplus population, but as you can see we need more wood. We actually would not have enough next turn, would we? We would not. Maybe cancel this so that we would. Unless we can build something really cheap. 700. No, they're the same cost. They're all 700, aren't they? We could suffer some growth, but I don't think that's wise either. Alright, I think there's not much we can do. We just gotta save up. And let's continue here. Okay, now we have an interesting agreement. They want a lot of bronze, and they're giving us wood. Not exactly the fairest deals, and I believe our brother probably would attack them soon. Can we counter offer this? I mean, we do have wood, right? We do want wood, but we are getting a lot of wood. I don't know if we want to give away this. I wish we could see how much we produce a turn. Oh, we can. Plus 108. That's a big chunk then. Then that's definitely a no. And who is this? Apton. They demand a single barter as well as a... No, too much. We issued our decree. Recruit 3 units while call to arm. We actually recruited 2 already. We get plus 20 diplomatic relationship experience. We got the gold decree. Max level upgrade, elite unit available in crewman pool. Oh, that's interesting. Wonder what we get.
I've a wrong to right.
We're not gonna get there. Because this, you gotta think about it, we're on full speed, so it's marching. We're just gonna appear in their court. Ooh, they have a pretty sizable force. We might come here to raid, who knows. He also has an agent here. Gonna be a challenging situation. Maybe it was a bad idea to come here. We have agents available. It'll cost us a bit of food to upkeep. 300 upkeep, that's it's pretty high. You gotta think about that. Increased range, minus 10% suggestion to enemy agent against this agent. Okay, survival. Plus 10% suggestion to incap. Oh, okay, that's wounding the enemy general. That's actually quite nice. Menelaus? I mean, they're the same. It just costs us a lot of gold, but we do produce gold now. Now we want one of these. I think assassins? Alright, let's recruit one.
Do not concern yourself with my methods.
He needs a couple turns before we can move him. Another turn before we can move him. We saved up our wood so that we can upgrade our settlement. And no, not gonna upgrade that. We probably need more food, to be honest. We're actually spending quite a bit of food. Who declare war on who? Okay, Ajax declare war on northern neighbor. Interesting. Alright, let's end turn, see if we can get this fight going. More people asking us for stuff. Nestor, he's a good friend. He wants 140 stone. Would he like us if we do this? See, I don't know if he would... I'm inclined to give it to him because he's currently our defensive alliance partner. Take it. Take it. He actually moved his army away. I don't know to where, but...
Strong in defense. Indeed.
In fairness, I do pity your situation.
Why?
Prepare for battle.
Because we're the aggressor, there is no defensive alliance being triggered.
Agamemnon's kin.
And he abandoned them. Okay, we'll take it.
For vengeance.
Oh, pretty decisive here, I see. Yeah, a lot of stabbing. Okay.
Occupy this place.
Let's see. They have the growth killing one. No, let's get rid of it. And then we can take food. We can take their capital and take their gold. That's wishful thinking, but that's the dream.
I can make any problem go away.
Alright, we'll have him come assist the king. And meanwhile, we'll go back and construct stuff. I think we should get at least all the level 1s built. Maybe stone can wait. Stone's gonna be more mid-game than early game. And over here... See, this is the home to the Cyclops, I believe. Cyclades. And I think there's 4 mythical creatures that are location-based and 4 that's god-based. I believe you need control of this region and construct a special building to recruit the Cyclops. So we need Noxus, in my opinion, but that's way down the line, not in the scope of this preview. We are just gonna move on to next turn, but we do have a decree, which we forgot for a while, actually. I feel like we could just use more stone, perhaps. Just get those resources going. There's nothing that I really want. In fact, I mean, the growth is nice too. Ooh, minus cost for all agents. We only have one agent. It's not really going to scale. We'll take stone. Let's go. Who is this? Kronos. Oh, so he's the neighbor of the faction we're attacking. He's asking for quite a bit of food for being friendly. No deal. We might destroy them, or try to. House of the Gods objectives. Ensure that one of the following building has been constructed. So basically one of the temples. And we'll do that once we upgrade our settlements. We need to upgrade this if we want to upgrade our buildings, and this requires growth. 4 more turns over here. Now over here, we do have extra population growth, so we can actually upgrade these. But this hasn't been built yet. Let's get this done. I don't really care about that.
I will not give up.
Can he make it? Okay, so he can actually embed himself in the army for extra line of sight, or he can embed himself in the settlement for extra replenishment in the local region for the garrison and the troops, which I feel like is probably most useful for us here. And then we'll move him to here. We'll enjoy 1 turn of that replenishment. Right now it's 4 troops per turn. It's 100% success. This way he gets some, you know, nice experience going as well.
Never slight me.
Well, I think these are all one. Oh, this one was 2 turns. We can't really see the effect because these were showing 4 because that's how much was left. We couldn't see that boost. We're gonna move out to here. Oh, we did gain a level. Heavy weapon. That's what we are talking about, right? We want to make him more offensive. So we'll pick this up instead of defensive, melee defense. So dodge chance. Increase missile damage. Reduce fatigue. Okay, so various playstyles you can go for. And here we're definitely going to ambush. See if he comes to reclaim. And then we can hit him on the road. Let's continue here. So he ran again instead of coming to attack us. Sure thing.
Menelaus of Sparta, as the gods will it. Victory
And
awaits.
once again, very simple delegate with our force here.
Strike hard.
Poor guy's gonna get stabbed all over the place again. 2, 3. Oh dear. This is like the decisive victory cutscene. A bit of food, a bit of gold. Nice. And we'll occupy this as well.
Settle here. A welcome boost.
We get a heavy bronze tip javelin. Plus 15% damage. They're really... We got level. They're really trying to force us into that tree. We can switch it to the heavy, which is better than the light. And then for the skill, we can... plus 1 second to attack speed of hero. That's actually good. So basically hit with 1 extra attack speed, or we can go for increased missile damage of missile units. That sounds good if we're going for a javelin build, but we don't have any javelin units. We have 2. Plus 300 experience to... Ooh, that looks juicy too. I think right now missile units also count for slingers, so that would actually benefit us pretty well. So we're kind of the taunt defensive front line and let our range unit deal damage at this point. Move him over here. Same thing. That way we get replenishment going on for both the garrison and for the army. And the army disappeared. I don't know where they ran to, but they have to defend us sometime. They can't just keep running away. And we're still waiting for extra slots. Probably going to build an envoy building and the priestess building. We are going to get a rebellion here, so we might also look to recruit some heroes. We get extra motivation at the start. Usually you get 2, but we get +2 because of our background. What do we want? Warlord? I mean, I think Menelaus is a defender class. An epic version of defender class. Warlords, fighters. Maybe a fighter, because we didn't get to see a fighter earlier because of Agamemnon cannot recruit fighters. Ooh, Aphrodite is respected by factions. He doesn't like killing captives. Doesn't like looting, sacking. Okay, he likes to be in a own province with positive populace. Oops. I'm assuming that's happiness. Motivated. Oh, garrison. That's what we need him to do. Aphrodite is kind of what we want too. He likes to play defense. Let's use him. Now we have our second army. Put him as a garrison, which he would like. And we can kind of... Oh, actually, that's tutorial. We can kind of see his stats, because we haven't seen a non-epic hero champion yet. And basically, we can see his motivations. And his current motivations right here. And his personality is peaceful. So the higher this is, the more morale bonus we get, the more generate rate. We get basically more bonuses as we go on. He has no traits. We can give him a weapon because we do have a light tip bronze spear. We don't have anything else. Oh, we do, but he's not getting them. And you can see he has different abilities than the ones we have. Okay. It's pretty neat. And we definitely want to give him a few army just because we're going to see rebellion very soon. I would love... Oh, look at these. Our brothers doing work there. I want these, but they are pricey and we don't have food because there's the supply line issue. Because if you have 2 armies, you're paying extra for both armies. We have to solve that problem. It's being upgraded. We need to upgrade this, but we don't have enough wood. I guess we just have to suffer some negative for a little bit. Over here, that's the wrong build. Yeah, and then we'll build a food production here. That should help it out.
A true soldier.
Alright, I mean, if there's a rebellion, we at least have the garrison, another hero. Maybe we didn't even need to recruit, because we do have this garrison here, but just wanted to try it out. Let's continue. And we have another offer from Colonies. They want military access and they're giving us tons of food. Can we counter offer this? I feel like this is a giant positive number. Oh my god. Should we? They're unreliable. But if we are in an alliance, they can't really do much against us. Oh, let's do this. Can we do separate stuff? Like on I like how that's mutually exclusive. He has a lot of bronze. Well, how much bronze are you willing to part with? Wow. Like, legit. That's a lot of bronze. Okay, let's calculate this. This is what? 900, and we're missing 8. 960? If we stretch it out. 96. 97? See, we get a little bit extra. 10 extra to be exact. Let's do it. Sounds like a deal. I mean, or actually 97, we remember that. Or we can ask for a bunch of food because we actually need food, and I'm sure he doesn't value food. play around with the numbers a little bit. It's 10% growth each time if we click the buttons. Oh, come on. Make it work. We'll give you wood. There we go. Let's agree to this. Alright. So rebellion's imminent, we know. Oh, that's... wait. This is this one. I mean, I think we're gonna spawn rebellion here. I mean, it was probably a bad idea to colonize this. It was just testing out the limits of the colonizing. But if we look here... okay, they have 4 pieces here as well. Food. So they don't have the gold. The gold is here. We want this gold.
I remain undaunted.
We can cause the garrison to suffer attrition. 50% chance of success, 240 food. Let's go. Let's go try it out. We can also scout where the enemy army is. It worked. So the garrison is injured, I'm guessing? We can't see.
I've a wrong to right. Menelaus of the loud war cry.
Well, another easy delegate.
Into the fray!
Not decisive. Only 1 stab this time. Close victory. Oh, interesting. Last 2 times we got decisive, we got 3 stabs in.
A new holding for Sparta.
Okay, things are going very smoothly. We got another trait, Sapper, for fighting siege battles. The more siege battles we fight, the more turns we can reduce the enemy holdout. Agamemnon also got this. We also got Daring, plus 5% campaign movement, because we achieve victory in battle with no reinforcement, and if we continue to do so, we can get up to 10% campaign movement range. So, I think we're going to actually end our guide here. Oh, we got a rebel group here. It seems. No, it's actually their army. They're raiding us. They snuck over here to raid us. That's fine. You know, we're not really playing a full campaign here, just trying out the faction. It seems like this is working pretty nicely. Even though our wife is still being abducted, we're very happy going south to pick up some land and gold. And our one army is being very efficient here while we manage our base over here. How do we get it positive? Buildings. What did we build? I mean, this is only plus... ah, it's this. No, that's not right. Plus 11 from buildings, plus 2 from commandments. Ah, the capital itself provides happiness. That helped when it upgraded. Anyhow, it seems like we saved it, and this guy is a waste of money. But we tried it out. That's the whole point. So I hope you guys enjoyed this preview. Basically, the main thing about the factions, we have the call to arm and also the colony mechanic. Kind of showcase both a little bit in this campaign. And we'll pick it up when we come back tomorrow for the next 3 previews. We're going to be doing the rest of the 2 Donans, which are the Greek factions, Odysseus, as well as Achilles. And then we'll move on to Sarpedon, which is the only Troy faction that's not really a relative of Priam. And then we'll save the last day where we'll do Hector, Hector, Paris, and Aeneas. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and remember to log on to your Epic Game Store on August 13th. Grab the free copy of the game. You have 24 hours to do so. Definitely don't forget that. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye!